Russia and the West continue exchanging threats regarding nuclear weapons. Russia now says it will keep developing its nuclear arsenal. That says fighting on both sides of the Ukrainian border continues. NTD's international correspondent Arian Pastar has the war update.
Just on Monday, NATO reportedly talked about deploying more nuclear weapons. The idea is to take them out of storage and place them on standby. Now on Friday, Russian President Vladimir Putin said this. Watch.
We plan to further develop the nuclear triad as a guarantee of strategic deterrence and to preserve the balance of power in the world.
Russia has the biggest nuclear arsenal around the globe. And Putin also said he will supply his army fighting in Ukraine with the latest weaponry and drones. Ukraine, meanwhile, is ramping up its attacks on Russia's energy sector. Recent drone attacks caused fires at depots in Russian regions close to Ukraine. And Russia is now inventing new methods to shield itself against such drone attacks. Ukrainian forces captured a vehicle which they call the barn tank. It was built from an old tank, modified to have a boxy metal shell with electronic warfare devices as its only defense. Its gun is too old and rusty to function.
They didn't work hard on it. They hastily put it on and sent the tank to the front line.
Ukraine's forces say the tank was used to transport food, ammunition and troops amid the threat of drone attacks. Over at the Kremlin, meanwhile, a spokesperson said on Friday that Russia is ready for dialogue with the US. That's if sensitive topics related to various issues are being included.
Related to the direct involvement of the USA in this conflict, and more. Overall, this dialogue is very much required. It is needed because problems are piling up.
And Putin warned South Korea against sending weapons to Ukraine.
I hope it doesn't happen. If it happens, then we will be making relevant decisions that are unlikely to please the current leadership of South Korea.
Seoul is considering sending weapons to Ukraine after Russia signed a new defense pact with North Korea earlier this week. And lastly, for the first time since the conflict started, Japan is now imposing sanctions on China-based companies for supporting Russia. The sanctions forbid Japanese businesses from exporting to the targeted companies. Arian Pastar, NTD News.